Oh my goodness. Yup! Who called this? Who called this? Theory number 3. Kurogiri is the first fully sentient Nomu. It's possible that Shirakumo's dead body was used as the base for a Nomu. God, it feels good to be a gangster. I'm sorry, this... we shouldn't be... This is a sad moment, okay? Okay, real talk, this is horrible. Aizawa finds out that Kurogiri is Shirakumo. And he believes his friend, his best friend, is somewhere still inside that black fog. Oh, man. What's up? It's Deception Villain, and welcome back to another My Hero Academia chapter review. Today we'll be discussing Boku no Hero Academia chapter... What chapter is this? 254 of the manga. Discuss everything from obviously Kurogiri actually being Shirakumo to the possibility that the Nomu and the Haya Nomu could be rewound into their human forms, and potentially Kurogiri ending up as a hero. Boys and girls, put your swim trunks on for this one, because we're about to look at this chapter in greater detail. The chapter begins with a flashback of Shirakumo, and again, if you're not reading My Hero Academia Vigilantes, what are you doing? Okay, I know I'm late on reviewing the latest chapter, I'll get to it, but come on guys, you get to see cute stuff like this every chapter. You get to see a young Midnight. Just read it! Horikoshi's telling you to. It's a flashback to when Shirakumo, Aizawa, and Hizashi plan to establish their own hero agency together. It notes that shortly after this plan was hatched is when Shirakumo died all too young from being crushed under a building. The real important thing here is, once again, it just confirms that Shirakumo did die. He dead, boy. It is then confirmed that there is a high probability that Kurogiri is in fact a Nomu who's constructed with Shirakumo's body as the base. We then get this glimpse of All for One and what he said about quirks. The best, most powerful ones are all gathered at UA. So naturally, the most logical thing you could do is steal dead bodies of students, switch them out right before they're being cremated, and turn them into Nomu. What? What? There's no... Oh my goodness. Gran Torino was right. There's no logic here. It's just pure evil. I really like Gran Torino's metaphor of a homeless guy scrounging for scraps outside a Michelin star restaurant. Really drives the point home. Really shows you just how low these villains are willing to stoop to create Nomu. And it's pretty low. President Mike doesn't fully understand, but Aizawa's like, what do you want from us? The power of friendship and anime to bring Shirakumo back? Yeah, that's exactly what I want. To his credit, Aizawa is right though. We need a logical explanation to all this villainy. This isn't some shonen movie where two heroes can unite through the power of friendship and overcome a great evil. Where have I seen this before? We go on to see how the Haya Nomu that Endeavor fought not only had a sense of individuality, but also retained personality and character traits from the base body. This Nomu loved facing strong opponents, and the person used to make it was a street brawler that participated in fight clubs. However, again, Aizawa notes that when they fought Kurogiri at the USJ, his character was nothing like that of Shirakumo's, but as the police chief notes, he could have been moving based on erased or altered memories. What? Hold the phone. Boys and girls, everything we thought that could be possible about Haya Nomu is now basically confirmed to be true. They can be made from dead pro heroes or students or anyone, and they can contain their memories or be implanted with new ones. This is insane. What kind of Total Recall stuff is this? Wow, Horikoshi, thank you. I didn't know we'd be getting some Blade Runner replicants in this story. Dang. Although Aizawa's gonna know if those eyes aren't green. You know what I'm saying? True fans know what I'm talking about. Love you, Rachel. We are then treated to this scene where President Mike and Aizawa are to talk to Kurogiri about memories, the past, and basically anything they want, just to see if there's a shred of Shirakumo's character left inside. But pay attention to this guard monitoring something as they talk. Also, I love that Aizawa's like, don't you dare tell Shirakumo's family about this. Shout out to you, Aizawa. You a real one. Kurogiri says he has a mission to protect Shigaraki, and it's interesting how he's like, I just can't leave people like that alone. If you remember, up until recently, Shigaraki had the demeanor of a child. He was helpless. He couldn't survive without his sensei or Kurogiri. almost like a stray cat without food. Now he's got long hair, so he all grown, but guess who else couldn't help but have sympathy for helpless little creatures? Shirakumo. Remember when he helped that cat in the rain, and then they adopted it and named it Sushi? Remember when he lent Aizawa his goggles to protect his eyes? Of course you don't, because you don't read Vigilantes. Aizawa certainly remembers, and he knows that Kurogiri's misplaced sympathy in Shigaraki's is actually his long-lost friends. I was right, Shirakumo got turned into a high-end Nomu with a personality. Aizawa continues to say that Shirakumo was the type to go out of his way to help anyone in need. He never hesitated, even if it was dangerous. I mean, obviously that's how he died. We then have this interesting insight into Aizawa's teaching methods and how things he did for classes at UA were actually based on his experiences and what he learned from Shirakumo. First off, Class 2A girls looking cute, son! I really want to touch upon, discuss this class for a second because Aizawa either taught Class 2A in the past, or he has some relationship with them right now in the present, but they're all recounting how, in the past, Aizawa almost expelled the entire group, and then he did, but then he re-enrolled the entire class. Aizawa wants students to experience death at least once. Okay. Very interesting approach. Will Deku and the rest of Class 1A have to experience this quote-unquote death? Aizawa did say that he had expelled the least talented student when they first started the year, but beyond this fake threat, I wonder if anyone will actually be expelled and then re-enrolled into Class 1A. Although at this point, I'm not sure that's even necessary. Class 1A has been attacked by villains multiple times, and Bakugo was even kidnapped. I'm pretty sure that everyone in Class 1A knows what death and danger are like. But let me know down below in the comments, will Deku or any of the other students, Denki, be expelled to teach them a lesson? Aizawa wants students and heroes that can pull people forward so that they can live and thrive longer, just like Shirakumo did in his days back at UA. Although I'm pretty sure he has that in Class 1A. Deku and Bakugo will continue to pull each other forward, and you have other characters like Mirio Togata at UA that does this with anyone he meets. This final scene, if it doesn't just break your heart, if you're not crying, hold that thought. Real tears. Aizawa takes off his goggles, offers them to Kurogiri, and with tears in his eyes says, "Shirakumo, if there's any chance you're in there, let's all become heroes together." And guess what? Look at that prison guard. There's a reaction in Kurogiri. Somewhere deep down, a memory has been triggered. Shirakumo has awoken. What I'm really wondering is, how much of Shirakumo is still present in Kurogiri? Specifically, how much of his consciousness, memories, and emotions are left? They could have just taken a dead body and put a new brain and consciousness in there, but they didn't. They done messed up. They left a part of Shirakumo and his mind in this Nomu. If the League of Villains have the technology and the know-how and maybe the quirks to transfer a consciousness into a new Nomu body and to preserve the character and memories of a dead person and mind, is the reverse also true? Is it possible to rewind a high-end Nomu back to their original human state? Eri could actually help out with this. Unfortunately, I think our boy Shirakumo would still be dead since the Nomu body of Kurogiri is what's allowing his consciousness to live on, but at least he could get a proper burial, you know? Perhaps Present Mic and Aizawa will find a way not to restore Shirakumo, but restore Kurogiri's original character, and maybe he'll retain some of Shirakumo's memories. We know that Shirakumo's body is the base for this Nomu, but it's very possible that there are other people in there as well, and maybe people that are way more alive than Shirakumo. It would be great to see Kurogiri, some innocent person that had a warp quirk, restored to their former selves and then become a hero, because hey, the heroes could certainly use someone with Kurogiri's warp gate. How amazing would it be? Just if Aizawa, Present Mic, and Kurogiri were able to live out their boyish dreams and open up that hero agency, all together again to fight the villainy that took away Shirakumo. This chapter was so great because originally it was like these two chapters of Kurogiri might have ties to Shirakumo and the high-end Nomu, and Horikoshi's just teasing us and laying out bits and pieces of evidence that we all weebs are trying to connect the dots. But then he's like, nah, here you go, like it's all true. It's all confirmed, and that's great that we get that, but Horikoshi Where's Dabi's backstory? Not to get all heavy on you guys, because I've tried to keep this review very lighthearted for what we're actually talking about, but this whole business of taking Nomu and dead bodies and cloning and putting consciousness, this is all happening in real life. I mean, I know we're not making Nomu, but if you look up some of this stuff that's happening around the world, it's pretty crazy. And once again, like, applause, good job My Hero Academia for commenting on our own society, and we're just like, oh, I feel bad for Shirakumo. Well, like, feel bad for real people, because it's yikes. The question becomes, what do you do now? How? Not can, okay? Just be positive. How does Aizawa rescue Shirakumo or Kurogiri? Is it possible to take his friend's consciousness out of this Nomu, or anyone else that's in that Nomu? Will Kurogiri become a hero? And in this process of awakening Shirakumo inside Kurogiri and maybe helping Kurogiri become a hero, how much are we going to learn about Shirakumo, and how much are we going to see? Let me know down below in the comments. If you for some weird reason like My Hero Academia content and these manga reviews and you want to be a hero and do something with your life, enroll at UA today by subscribing. And until next time, plus ultra my dudes! What's up? It's Deception Hero, and welcome back.